world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to all of you calling from the United States of America. We are calling from the UK. We are calling from Ghana. We are calling from Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, Spain, Italy. And in many quarters of the world, we want to say a big welcome. Please type your name, type your place you have connected from, type who has invited you. Want to use this as a way to welcome you and to welcome every single person. Today is an important day. Today is a day where you will come to learn things that could change practically, not just your life, but the life of other people around you. You know, in the life of a visionary person, there is nothing called lack. A visionary person has nothing called lacking, or I lack this, or I lack that. Because to him, everything is based on seasons. Everything hinges on season. Season is important. Okay, you could be a seasonal person by virtue of where you are. You may be lacking like the ant, and yet you are not lacking because you prepare for what is coming. Wisdom is with the ant. The ant is one of the smallest insects in the world, and yet when there is snow, it will cover houses, it will cover cars. Okay, 2-3 months, you see the ant coming out of the ground. Where did that ant go to? Where did it come from? Where did it go to? Reason is by virtue of wisdom. The ant has prepared for the winter. That is why the wisest man who ever lived, also the wealthiest man, said, go to the ant, learn his ways, because wisdom is inside that insect. And the life of a visionary person is also like that. Today, we are going to listen to a breaking news that will change practically most of the things that you already know of. We have incredible people in the studio by virtue of what you see about them. These people are incredible. We have people like Mrs. Enyonam. She's a nursing lecturer and also a well-to-do entrepreneur. Okay, we have Agyei. She's a medical sonographer, a diagnostic radiographer, and also a musician, another well-to-do, incredible person who has joined us in the studio. Laura Atsyor is a PhD student. Okay. By the way, PhD means permanent head damage. Okay, and yet she's not damaged her head. She's a wonderful entrepreneur in the oil and gas industry, one of the tycoons in Africa. Okay, and then we have Dr. Joana Agyeman-Yeboah. She is a nursing administrator and a champion researcher in the area of health, an advocate of health, also working in a reputable hospital. Then we have Rita Offeh. Rita is a midwife, lecturer, and an entrepreneur. She is a wonderful DJ MC. I mean, people think that in Africa you don't have people like that who are ladies. Well, you'll be surprised. This lady can evoke in you a dancing spirit. She can also evoke in you a desire to be on the stage. So these are our panelists, and they are going to share some incredible things with us in the next couple of minutes. I want to say a big welcome to all of you who are on the call. Courtney from Canada, is lovely to have you. Okay. Fulera, all the way from Belgium, it's nice to have you. Laraya from Qatar, is lovely to have you as well. Okay. Lalara Suleiman Roland, it's nice to have you. Tyson Bruno from Lusaka, okay. Zambia, it's nice to have you. Fortunate Koshiga, it's nice to have you. Vivian Dakwa, it's lovely to have you. All of you who are on the call, please type your name, type where you've connected from. I want to use this as a way to welcome every single one of you. We have a lot in store for you. Okay? And so I want to go straight to the point. Why are you here? What is the essence of your presence here? What is the essence of your presence? We have one of our incredible personality, Mrs. Enyonam Epiphania. She's going to walk us through the essence of our presence here as she dilates to us the most incredible breaking news technology that is happening all over the world, known as the Gotbackup. Enyonam, please take us over.
Wonderful. Thank you, Prof. Thank you for this opportunity again to present this great opportunity to these lovely people who are watching us here all over the world. So as Prof has said, there's a good news that we are bringing you tonight. It's a breaking news. It's about Gotbackup. That is the reason why we've gathered here. And this Gotbackup is actually empowering people all over the world. This is why you are here to listen. So what is it really about? Why are you here? All of us grew up with dreams, especially the men will always, the boys will say they want to buy big cars, big houses for their mothers especially. But as we go through life, your first salary drops in your account, then you look at your dream and look at the money in the account, and it scares you. So what is easy to do? To increase the money or your dream that is not physical yet? The easiest thing is that we reduce the dream to the size that we want. So we start rationalizing things. So if our dream is to build a story building of maybe 6 rooms, we'll just say that chamber and hall is okay. After all, is it not 1 room I'll sleep? That's how we rationalize it. Gotbackup is here to say that those dreams will be revived again. So how is it doing that? It is helping us revive those dreams by helping us find ways that will help us do that. How is Gotbackup here? It started in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec in Canada. It had to move to Texas because the dream for Gotbackup was also enlarging. The parent company, which is Global Virtual Opportunity, decided to go to US and acquire a property of 10,000 square feet, which is 100% theirs. And they have everything 100% theirs. Wouldn't you like to go with a company like that that owns everything? And they decided to leverage on 2 massive global trends that is sweeping the world. The first trend is you are watching us now with a device. Mobile phones. It could be on your mobile phones, it could be your laptops or whatever. We have over 15 billion smartphones in the world, and it says that it will even increase by next year to 18.22 billion in the world. If this is increasing, it means that whatever trends on this mobile phone will survive in the next few years. So Gotbackup decided to leverage on this one trend. Then the second one, what it does with the mobile phone is that You need data. It occupies every text message you type, it generates data. And because of the storage of data, now we are in the trend where data is stored in the cloud service. That is, when we say cloud, is that a big server. You used to have disk, floppy disk, then pen drive, and it's moved. It's a big server somewhere that saved our data. It's not with you. It is saved there and secured for yourself. And look at the trend. In 2020, it was only 90 billion that was raised. We are in 2024. This year, it is jumping to what? 134 billion. If a trend is going that, is it not worth it? And it's saying that by 2030, it will go up to almost 500 billion. If you have a percentage in this area, won't you know that it would definitely increase your revenue? And you know your phone that you are holding is becoming so addictive in such a way, in a nice way, because it's making life quite easier. Because things that you would have done with your own strength, at times, mobile phone makes it easy. Let's look at our alarm. How many of us use our phones for alarm? Otherwise, we would have bought extra alarm for it, which is also money. How many of us look at our phones? He said what? Every day we check our phones unconsciously 160 times. This is research based. And let me ask you, if you move out of your house right now, in the comment section, and you leave your phone, would you go back for your phone, or you go to wherever you are? Just put one if you go back. If you won't go back, put zero. And let's see the number of people who will do that. How many of us go to our loos or toilets whilst holding our phones? How many of us do that? It's become, as you download, you upload. Some of us read books on the phone. Some of us, we listen to music. We take vital decisions whilst there. If you don't do it, I do it. Maybe you don't do it, but I do it. We save data on our phone, our documents. We even what? Keep secrets that will not put anywhere on our phone. Our phones have become so vital. But the issue is that most of the time we are only thinking of the outside of our phone. The inside, we don't look at it. But if your phone you are holding right now falls, it is possible that whatever you have on that phone can be lost within a twinkle of an eye just because it fell. Is it not important to protect what is in it? Say 45% of cell phone users accidentally damage their cell phone and they lose it. Has it ever happened to you before? And screens are cracked almost every hour. And look at the number, 5,700. This is research based. Our laptops, I have experienced my laptop crashing in front of me, and up till now I'm suffering from it. I'm sure you know someone who have experienced it, or maybe you have done that. Your phone, have you ever lost a phone and lost the data on it? And it said what? 43 seconds. Every someone loses that. This is where God backup becomes important. Then what is the second trend? The second trend, which all of us are feeling the pinch of. America, that is supposed to be the land of the dream. People are engaged in other streams of income, 42%. What of us who are in the low income country? What do you think? Gen Z, young people are now involved in what? Other streams of income whilst they are even learning. This is the second global trend that all of us need to partake in. So God Backup decided to leverage on these two major trends that keeps increasing. And God Backup started last year, April 2023. And right now, as we speak, we are in over 140 countries. I remember very well last year, August, when I started, it was 92 countries. Just imagine. What type of business can run this fast? This is where we are. We are opening this opportunity for you. And our own professor, who is an AI expert and technology expert, will continue from here and explain the other aspect that you'll be so interested in and probably run with this. Prof, it's over to you.
Thank you so much indeed, Enyonam. For those of you who do not know, this lady is a mother. She's also a nurse, lecturer. She's an entrepreneur. She is doing multitasking activities, and yet she's able to have time for projects in multiple places across the world. And that's I really applaud her. You can see that in her forehead that she has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Normally, the way to see that a person has a lot of knowledge and wisdom is when you see the forehead shining, and she's exhibiting that. So let me just share something with you, ladies and gentlemen. Gotbackup is currently in 140 countries. What is it? Let me tell you what it is. You know Dropbox, you know Google Drive, you know iCloud. In fact, if you are using an Android phone, you are already using Google Drive. If you are using an iPhone, you are automatically using iCloud. Gotbackup is like that, but it's more than that. It's a collaboration of a lot of technological activities. And once I show you those activities, you will be babahaged. For example, if you take iCloud, if you are using iCloud right now, you are given a limited capacity of 5 gigabytes. Beyond that, you have to buy. If you have to buy for yourself and 6 users, you have to pay $360. $360 for 6 people. And yet with Gotbackup, you pay only $99.97 a whole year. So Gotbackup is cheaper, even though it is giving the same terabyte, 6 terabytes for 6 users. For me, that is a no-brainer. I've been using Dropbox for 13 years. I was not using it for 3 people. I was using it for myself alone, and I was paying $120. I was not using it for 6 terabytes. I was using it for just 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes. If I was using 6 terabytes, I'll be paying $660. And yet, Gotbackup, the same thing. You pay only $99.97. Gotbackup gives you more space, unlimited, whilst you pay just under $100 a whole year. Wisdom is knowing the obvious when it's a secret. Take, for example, Google Drive. Many of us are using Google Drive. Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes of free space. You have to pay. And guess how much you pay? If you need more space, for you alone, for 5 terabytes, you have to pay $216 for you alone. If there are 6 of you, you have to pay over $1,000. And yet, Gotbackup lets you pay only $99.97. That is why we are telling the world to use this. Because you're already using something already like that. But it's too expensive. iCloud is too expensive. Google Drive is too expensive. Dropbox is too expensive. Gotbackup is cheaper without compromising value. And let me tell you another secret. You see my phone here, this phone that I'm using, I have installed my Gotbackup on it right now. Okay, I have Gotbackup installed right on this. I also have Gotbackup installed on my iPhone, not only on my Android phone, but my iPhone as well. But if I cannot install iCloud on an iPhone and also install iCloud on an Android phone at the same time, it's not possible. It's not going to effectively allow me to operate. You cannot back up from 2 different operating systems. Gotbackup is universal. You can back it up on Android. You can even use your Windows on Gotbackup. You can install Gotbackup on your Windows. You can install it on your Linux. You can install it on your MacBook. And you can back it up here, back it up here, back it up everywhere. Now, suppose you even lose your devices. If I lose all my devices, my laptop, my iPad, my phone, I can take your phone and I'll get all my data back on your phone. That is the beauty. That is why a lot of people are beginning to see the amazing, amazing benefit of Gotbackup. But there's more. There's more. You see, the security system is the top notch. It's right now among the highest security in the world. The greatest level of security is 256 military grade version. That is what Gotbackup is using. In fact, that is the same thing Google Drive, Google, and Amazon are also using. 256 military grade means that you need 256 sequence of letters and numbers before you can crack it. Nobody has even ever cracked 128 security code. Nobody has been able to crack 128. So how can they crack 256? So in case you want to think whether your data is secured, Gotbackup uses the same security that the CIA and the MIS uses. Security is number one. In case, now right now the data center is in the United States, but there's a third-party data center in other countries in the world. So even if there is tsunami, there is Armageddon, there is earthquake in the US, you can still have your data secured in many places in the world. Security is instant. Both SLS, encryption, and securitization are all. You can automate all your data. So what you do is that you can set it up once and automatically it will back up all your files anywhere you are in the world on multiple devices. But there is more benefit. Let me give you this. iCloud, okay, they don't allow you to do bulk emailing. Google Drive does not do personalized email. You see, bulk emailing means that you can send one email to over 100,000 of your members, of your people. One message at the same time, everybody got the same message. And yet they will think that you send the message personally to them because it personally uses their name. That is called email personalization. So each person will get the message as, hello, Vivian. Hello, Kelvin. Hello, Mommy. Hello, Enyonam. Hello, Sarah. Each person will get that as if you personally send the message to them. And this is free. Dropbox doesn't do that. iCloud doesn't do that. Google Drive doesn't do that. This is free. And that is another unique thing you get as part of the $99.97 package. But there's more. You can automate an email. You can say that I want this email to go to all my people every Monday at 7 o'clock. And it will go to them every Monday at 7 o'clock. You can say that I want this email to go to all the 12,000 people only on December 25th. And on December 25th, everybody will get the message without you touching the message. And this will automatically continue every December 25th, every year for over 30 years. That is unique. And yet, see, I'm a professor of artificial intelligence and cloud computing. I train students. Some of these students grow up and then they set up some of these facilities for companies. They charge them. Some of my students will charge people $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. And yet you are getting that same service here in Gotbackup for free. All at the cost of $99.97 every year. But there is more. You get that money back anyway. Gotbackup is the only cloud space in the world that pays you. iCloud does not pay you. Google Drive does not pay you. Netflix doesn't pay you. Zoom doesn't pay you. And yet Gotbackup pays you to the extent that if you work well, you will earn way more than your salary, like I earn more than my salary. Now, I'm going to show you how you can be part of this project. If you don't want to be part of the project, what I'm about to say right now is not for you. All you got to do is to just get the Gotbackup service, which is just $99.97, and that's it. Every year you renew it at $99.97. You are not part of the project. But if you want to be part of the project and make $1,000 every month, or $10,000 every month, or $12,000, or $15,000, or $20,000, depending on how you work. If you want to be part of the project, Stick and stay. Because what I'm about to show you will blow your mind. Now, before I tell you about this project, let me tell you why I decided to be part of this. See, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot depend on your salary alone. Do you agree with that? You can't rely on your salary alone. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Life is tough. I'm currently in the UK. I'm on a wonderful project here in the UK. I see people all over the world, Indians, Americans, Swedes, Ghanaians, Africans, people of all levels. People are struggling everywhere. When I go to some program, people are struggling. It's hard. Everywhere you go in the world, it's hard. You can't depend on your job alone. You can't depend even on your business you are doing alone. Dark times can happen. Look at what COVID-19 has done to people. So when I look at my life, there's a lot of demands on me. There's a lot of demands on me. I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, and so what? People are always eating up my income. So I need to have multiple income so that in case of dark times, in case of dark moment, you can hedge. And you see, a lot of people don't think about that. They are always dependent on one stream until dark times happen, until somebody is dead in the family, until someone is sick and they need an emergency 80,000 to do an emergency surgery. That is when you begin to see people running helter-skelter. I don't want to be that. Wisdom, King Solomon's wisdom requires that you prepare, like the ant, prepare before the rain comes. Because whether you like it or not, rain is coming. Rain is coming. Prepare. So let me show you how you can be part of the Gotbackup. You don't have to be selling. You don't have to go about selling this thing. No, that's not how you work. This is how you do it. Make a list of all the friends and families and co-workers, acquaintances, neighbors, even enemies. Go to each one of them. Tell them that you have good news for them. That's all. Your job is done. Tell your friend, tell your family member, tell them, I have good news for you. They will ask you, what is the good news? Once they ask you what is the good news, yours is to bring them to our presentation here. Your job is done. We'll take over the rest for you. We will educate them. We'll explain things to them. Okay? You can do that in person. You can do that on Zoom. You can do that here. You can do that on conference call. We will talk to your people and educate them for you. See, this is already beginning in the world. This is the fastest growing organization in the world right now in the cloud space storage. With me or without me, it's going to go up. And when that happens, when the person begins to use the service, the company will pay you monthly and weekly. Let me show you some of the incomes you can earn. You will earn 7 different incomes. Some of the incomes are monthly. In fact, income number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are monthly incomes that you are going to get. Some of these incomes, depending on how you work, are way more than our salaries. Now, the first income, which is called a customer acquisition bonus, that income is earned immediately. That income you are paid immediately that you sponsor one person. Let me explain something to you, how much that is. So let's say that you have a friend and you have educated a friend. We have educated a friend for you. Your friend wants to start using the Gotbackup service. Your friend will pay for the service, which is $99.97. Immediately, the company pays you $50 on one person. One person, $50. Now, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that every day you get one person. That means that every day you are getting an income of $50. That means at the end of the month, you are getting an income of $1,500. I want you to type it there. Please type it in the chat there, $1,500. This is just one of the incomes. But I want to ask you something. Will $1,500 at the end of the month, will it make a difference in your life? Can it make a difference? Do you think that if you are getting even $1,000 every month, you see, some of us are making way more than that. But let's assume that you are getting even just $1,000 every month. You see, to appreciate this income, I want you to convert it to your local currency. It doesn't matter whether you are living in Hawaii, California, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, anywhere, it doesn't matter. $1,000 every month will handle a lot of things. But that is the smallest income you can get. To get more income, in fact, what you do is even more powerful than that. The next level of income that you get is not even based on the hard work you put in, but is based on the income of other people. You see, the company pays you not based on your effort alone, but based on the collective effort of everyone all over the world. We are in 140 countries. It just started last year, 2023, in April. We've not scratched many quarters of the world. We are in small places in the world. We've not even started. The number of people who are actively working in Africa are not even 1,000. Think about it. Think about it. We are just beginning. Now, the next level of income that you get is based on the effort of other people. Depending on what other people are doing, plus what you are doing, okay, you will rank advance. You will advance, okay, from bronze to copper to silver to gold and keep going like that. And based on that, you will earn 6 other incomes. One of the incomes is called cycles. A cycle is earned when you have 6 people in your team. 2 of these 6 people must be from yourself. The other 4 can come from people you don't even know. And you will be earning cycle income. It's a good income. It's a good income. It is as small as $50 and as big as $500,000. You can also earn generational income when you are gold and above. You can earn dynamic compression income. And you can earn a cycle match income. Now, cycle match income is one of the big incomes you can earn. But you start earning that when you are a sapphire. Now, who is a sapphire? A sapphire is someone who has personally sponsored at least 10 people. You have sponsored at least 10 human beings. And at the same time, other people have sponsored other people, and that person has 50 people in total in your team. When you are like that, you are a sapphire. And as a sapphire, you will get 25% of the income of all your 10 people. Whatever income they are getting, the company will dash you income, 25% of that. So let me give you an example. If you are a sapphire, I have bypassed a sapphire. But if you're a sapphire and you have 10 people, and each one of these 10 persons is earning $1,000, that means that you'll be getting 25% of the $1,000 on each one. The company will pay you that for free. That means you'll be getting $250 times 10. That means that every month you'll be getting $2,500 every month in addition to your other incomes. But if you're a diamond like me, you will not get 25%, you get 100%. So if you have the same 10 people, I have more than 90 people, but if you have the same 10 people and you are getting, each one of the 10 person is getting $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, you are going to get 100% of that. That means you are going to get 1,000 on each one of the 10 persons. That means every month you'll be getting $10,000, $10,000. If the people are 20 and each is getting 1,000, it means you are getting $20,000 every month. If the people are 50, you get a picture. Okay, but of course it takes time. It's not going to happen immediately. You have to have the patience of Job to be able to appreciate project running. You see, the impatient people don't actually do well in life. That is why Dangote said that it took him 30 years for people to know his name. He was not a Dangote. He was still the Dangote. But he was not the Dangote. But he was still the Dangote. Because to be able to run a project, you need to have patience over time. The people that make the world move, they make the world move because they understand the principle of patience. People are willing to work 40 years of their life, but they are not willing to work just 5 years on a project to make significant income. These are the level of levels that you can achieve in this organization. You can become a gold, or you can become a blue diamond, or you can become a black diamond. Which one do you want? Type it there. Which of these sort of incomes these levels do you think that you want to do? Now, in order to start this project, the first thing you do is that speak to the person who gave you the link. The person who gave you this link here, that person is the one who is going to help you. The person will give you a special link where you enter your name and email, job done. And then you'll be educated on how to get started. Now, you can get started in two ways. One, you don't want to be part of the project. That way, you pay only $99.97 every year for the service alone. You're not going to get money. But if you want to get money, we will teach you. I'm telling you, I will teach you, guide you step by step. Okay. Now, I make some great income because I humbly accepted to learn. If you are humble, coachable, teachable, and willing to learn, then you can be part of the $119.97. That one is like $120 every year. You will get both the service and the project. That means that you will be making good income every day and every week. It's up to you how much you want to earn. Okay? You can decide that you want to earn just $1,000 every month. I don't want to earn $1,000 every month. I want to earn as minimum as $100,000 every month. But you got to know, you know your family, you know what you're going through. You decide what you get and then go for the top one. But if you don't want to be part of the project, just go for the down one. Remember, these are just yearly. Yearly. That means that the $100 is even less than $9 a month. Yearly, not monthly. Yearly. And yet, once you sponsor just three people, you already have all your money back. And we'll teach you how to do that. You will also get your personalized link. In fact, you have something we call personal development. We'll talk about that. The panelist is going to talk about that pretty soon. You will have a whole community, where you will learn how to leverage on your capacity. See, ladies and gentlemen, you are a lawyer, you are a teacher, you are an accountant, you are an administrator. You have special capacities. The only problem is that you think that that capacity is only for the company you are working with. It's a lie. We will teach you how to leverage on that your unique value proposition and submit that value to the market, and for that value to command its own returns. You will learn some unique mentorship principles that will blow your brain into pieces. For example, you're a housewife, but you didn't know that as a housewife, you can earn more than $1,000 by being a housewife. We'll teach you that. We'll teach you how to brand housewife. If you're a carpenter, we'll teach you how to brand that. If you're a washing day person, we'll teach you how to brand that. If you're a medical doctor, we'll teach you how to brand that. You see, there is a uniqueness inside everyone. That is why everyone has got a different fingerprint. Once you begin to accept that, once you begin to understand this, and you are humble, you are teachable. Oh, I'm telling you, the sky will be the stepping stone. So, we have a service everyone can afford. It's cheap, but it's high value. There is also an attached project. Anybody, anywhere in the world can do this project. That is why you have people in over 140 countries. Don't you think it's about time you turn your dreams into reality? Don't you think it's about time you to do something you control instead of something that is always controlling you? On Monday morning, the heart attack rate is rising by 35%. Are you aware people are going to jobs they don't even like sometimes? You have to make a decision. You have to. It's about time for you to also go to places you've always seen in James Bond movies. Travel to Maldives. Sleep on the sea. Relax your tattered body on a wonderful cuisine. Drink your pina colada. Go to places. You two were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. Master, you two, you deserve something. Why are you struggling all the time? Why are you blaming Obama or blaming Nana, blaming Mahama, blaming Osama? Go and bring Nana, bring Mahama, bring Nana. Nothing is going to change until you change. See, life is not a bed of roses. Life is hard. You got to play it hard. You got to take advantage of your advantage. You got to do whatever it takes to get yourself out of the hole you got yourself in. You got to move by your own bootstrap. Life is changing for a lot of people. You see, some people, the mistake they make is that they think everything is risky. They think everything is scam. That's why they are always struggling. I remember when I started this last year, 4 professors told me that I'm a fool. One said I'm crazy. The other said that this is like one partake. You know the sort of things people will tell you? If you listen to people, you will break. Pregnancy is risky, and yet people are still giving birth. On the day of delivery, the woman can die, the child can die, and yet women are still giving birth. COVID-19 is risky. You have gone through it. You have come out clean. You are clean on the other side. You are standing. You are alive. Don't you see that God is giving you the opportunity of a lifetime to make things better now for yourself? Can't you see? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Life is hard. Illness can hit you. Illness can hit you. Pension is coming. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're not getting any younger. Anything can happen. The economy can turn around. Elections are ongoing right now. Election. Anything can happen. It's going on all over the world, not only in your country. All over the world, election is happening. Begin to make a decision and have a backup. Have a backup, because dark times, dark moments can slap you. You see, I used to tell my students in Legon and other places in Warwick and Johannesburg, I tell them that be self-employed no matter what you do. Have something you control, not something that is always controlling you. You too got to control something. And the only way you can control something is own something. Have something you control in your life. Otherwise, someone will always pour oil on you. In this project, you are hedging against inflation. You are paid in dollars. So I save all my money in dollars instead of bringing it to my local currency for it to depreciate because of the exchange rate. There is low, you see, this project is the business of the people, for the people, by the people. It doesn't matter whether you have experience or not, whether you are highly educated or not, whether you're a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter. I'm number 2 in the world on the global scale. Even though I'm black, it doesn't matter. You can become whatever you want to become. And this is where there's a lot of teamwork. Let me end by telling you this. Do you think now is the best time to back up your digital life? Do you think now is the best time to earn some $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 every month? Or you think you will start rather in 2035? Do you think now is the time to develop your inner virtue? Or you think 2040 is the best time? Do you think now is the best time to build global connections? Or you think 2050 is the best time? Do this. Your children will thank you. You see, fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. Fear is why many people don't take actions. But the word decide, it ends with the word side, like suicide, homicide, genocide. You are about to make a decision of your life. It's about life and death. You see, this side, they all carry the idea of death. Whether you do this or not, this will grow. You know why? Because mobile phones are growing. This will grow. You know why? Because artificial intelligence is growing. This will grow. You know why? Because data is oil. Let's get you started. Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, I'm going to go to my panelists. These are incredible panelists, okay? And they're going to share some incredible things with us, why this thing has to be started now. So let me first start with Dr. Joana Agyeman-Yeboah. Joana, you have been one of the key leaders of Gotbackup Africa. You have seen the service, you have seen the income, because you are one of the platinum ladies we have in Africa and even in the world, because there are few platinums in the world. And you have also tasted the community partnership and have seen the personal development. Which one of these tickle your fancy that makes you appreciate this project a lot?
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. And good evening, everyone. For me, I think it's the service. It's a service. What I do, I generate a lot of data. And to have your information at anywhere without struggling is incredible. So you are in the house, maybe something has happened, you worked on the documents, and then you are called to, or you're asked to produce the document, and just some few minutes away from your device, you get the documents. So for me, what really pulls me to this project is the service that comes with it. Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So the service is what is tickling your fancy. And I know, so you have the service on which devices?
So I have it on my phone and I have it on my laptop and also my desktop.
Good. So are they all synchronized?
Yes.
So whatever is on your laptop, when you go to your phone, you see it.
Exactly. And I can also get it on my desktop.
Good, good. Let me go to Evans. Evans, you have also seen all of these key benefits of Gotbackup. Which one is really, really helpful to you?
First of all, thank you for such a presentation. Yeah, I will also side with what Dr. said. Is the service that caught my attention right away.
Evans, can you come a bit closer?
Okay. Hello. Is it better now?
It's a bit okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, as I was saying, is that the service is the one that caught my attention. Currently, speaking to you, I have my wife phone. Sometimes to send some, to have some videos on my external drive that I've uploaded everything on my laptop, so it automatically sync to the cloud. Sometimes I just move some videos and send it to my wife is shoot to the kids. I have some voice.
Evans, so unfortunately, we are not really hearing you well. Unfortunately, we are not really hearing you. Yes. So just check your microphone.
Hello.
Now do that. Hello. Again.
Hello.
Now, do that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Do it like that. Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
So the service is one of the things that caught my attention. Apparently, as I'm talking to you, bro, all my files are on the cloud. Wherever I am, get a device, a phone, a laptop, I can pull my information. That is the best that's ever happened to me. I don't worry about losing any important files. Lately, I went to a program. Let me chip in. I went to a program, and I was there with my small boy. And they were disturbing. I needed some way to get the attention off so that I'm free. Quickly, I took my wife phone, log into my account, pull some videos that I've put them on my cloud, gave it to my wife, and then the kids were there enjoying themselves. And I was able to do what I want to do with it. So the service is absolutely top notch. And not to talk about that also. In addition to that, the community service of partners is amazing.
We'll come back to that community partners. Let's focus on this one for now. We'll come back to the community. Let me go to Laura. Laura, kindly tell us what has been one thing that makes you enjoy the Gotbackup.
Yeah, so for me, I love to gain a lot of knowledge and I like to develop myself. So the weekly trainings, the one-on-one trainings I've been having, especially from you, Dr. Koa, your mentorship, your way of, encouraging me and pushing me, your way of, trying to stretch me and cause me to, shut the doors at my excuses and come out to be the best, create more value in me that I'll be able to, give out value and knowledge. I've come to learn a lot about the project, and now people are beginning to draw on the knowledge that I am giving out. And this is the value that I have gotten out of personal development. The transformation has been great. And those of us who have been part of this project from the beginning, from when I joined and when I started, you can see that there's a big change. So all that I tell myself every time is that I'm an apprentice and I am ready to learn and I am open. So I always learn. I always gather knowledge until the apprentice begins to gather knowledge, have the skills, have the capacity and the capability, to give out value. You are not a master. I want to be a master and I'm learning to become a master. And this is what personal development has, given me so far in the project. And I'm enjoying it. It's just interesting. It's captivating, and I'm anxious anxious to learn more.
I know it's captivating the way you are using that word, because I know when you became part, you were silent, you were mum, you will not talk. You didn't want to be
Very
on
shy.
Very shy. You were shy, like you were terribly shy. You will not even come here than to talk about talking here. But through this program, you have come out of your shell. Now you are training people. You are training.
Yeah.
Like you who does not even want to show your face. Now you are not only showing your face, you are training people.
Training.
And that value we can't even quantify in monetary terms,
Not
isn't
at
it?
all.
I mean, you are a real testimony that truly
you.
this is a personal development program with a pay plan attached to it. Very great. Let me go to Mrs. Enyonam Epiphania. Okay, Enyonam, I know you did this, but what has been one thing that you see as unique in this program?
Okay. All of us, we want to be a better version of ourselves in whatever we do. That's why we were even attracted to this. And to be any better version of yourself, or to move from level 1 to 2, you need community of people. First, it starts with the habits we create. Then through the habits, we create disciplines. After the discipline, you need a community of people of like-minded who are in the same path. You go with them. Without that, you doing it alone is difficult. This is community of people who have achieved at various levels of life in their areas of whatever we do. Even those of us here, we have different professions and we are achievers. But at times it gets to a level that you realize that you need more to be more. Without more, you can't be more. And this is what this community have been able to provide. Imagine having relationship with people in 140 countries and even more counting. How great can you be? This is what this community have provided us, and it has put us in an environment that it even elevates our thinking process. Usually when you are among people who think alike in a particular direction, before you realize, you start thinking in that direction. And this is what this community is giving us. There are a lot of things we didn't take notice of it or even knew it existed, but joining this community has opened our minds to such things, and you realize unconsciously you are thinking in a particular direction that will make you better. From even 2025, you realize that things you react to start changing, and that is how successful people are created, just because their thinking process change and it's affected how they act.
Wow,
This is
that's incredible. Rita, can you hear me? Rita, it looks like Rita is having a couple of challenge on her network. Anyway, let me go back to.
I'm having some
Rita,
challenges with my network.
Yes, you're having challenges with your network. So tell us one of the things that impresses you with this project.
Yeah, I think I would take it from.
And by the way, I can see that you are wearing your Gotbackup t-shirt.
Sorry? I
I'm
didn't
saying
get
that
that.
it's not only Enyonam who is wearing her Gotbackup. You're also wearing your Gotbackup t-shirt.
Yeah. It's a pride, it's a pride to have it on.
Yes.
Yes. I will just touch on one of the things she said, that to be more, be in that community where there is more. Because when you want something and people already have it, then you just have to look for those people and learn from what they have, and then you get it. Because this is the only shortcut you can have to the success that you are looking for. So the family here is so awesome in terms of giving you the information you are looking for, helping you if only you are ready. I personally was somebody who was a bit outgoing before I joined Gotbackup. But one thing I've learned is that even in that space where I could come up and speak up, I have learned how to arrange my together, think ahead of time, be proactive in doing things, organizing things together, and making sure I meet my timelines and deadlines. This is something I have learned from here. So the learning experience you get from Gotbackup is not just about the service you are getting. It's not just about the money you are making. You are bettering yourself every single day. And I wake up every morning and I am happy and glad that I'm part of this, because I see myself improving every day. And this gives me that hope that whoever I have wanted to be, this is the best platform that can shape me to get to that destination. So this is one thing I always become happy about.
I like your choice of words. In other words, what you are saying is that who you are becoming in the process is powerful.
Yes, very powerful. Very, very powerful. And the manifestation is
It's not what you are, but what you are even becoming.
Yes,
And a lot of
exactly. It's not
people,
what you are.
yeah, a lot of people underestimate what they are becoming because they don't see it physically. Because what you are becoming is invisible, but the physical manifestation of that invisible reality is seen later.
Yes.
It's like when a child is. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Rita, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I think that before Gotbackup, even though I could be more, I was thinking a bit more, sometimes feeling like, oh, I think I'll be okay like this. But now I have been in that capacity to think that I can be way more. I can be more than what I have ever imagined to be. And nothing can stop me from doing that, only myself. And so I'm letting the self inside of me just go and get it. And that is the platform I think is the best for me now, just to make myself manifest the best in me. And that's one thing I love so much about Gotbackup.
Excellent. Now let me quickly go back to Dr. Joana. Dr. Joana, now where do you see this whole Gotbackup going in the next few years? Where do you see yourself and where do you see this going?
I think those of us in the project now, we should count ourselves lucky. And those who are yet to join us, the earlier they join now, the better. Because where Gotbackup is going, we cannot even imagine it. The phones are not going anywhere. And if you look at the trend, the numbers are going to increase. A lot of people are coming in. People are going to join us. So I can see a very good and bright future in this business or in this project. So if you're here and you intend to be part of it, you better join now before you start beating your fingers and say, had I known. Don't do that for it to be too late for you, because there is great future in this project.
Incredible. I'm coming back to you, Enyonam, before I go to the rest. Now, some people think that if you are busy, you cannot be part of this project. You are a busy person. You are a mother, you are a lecturer, you are an entrepreneur, you are a student, all combined, infused into one. What can you tell someone who thinks that, oh, I'm busy, I don't have time?
I always get excited when this kind of questions come. The fact is that I've found that those who are busy are the people who can even see opportunities, because it gets to a stage in life, if you have more time, you realize that I don't have the money. And if you have more money, you may realize that the time is not there. But there are some people, they don't have the time, they don't have the money. And that is where the killing aspect comes. Our life span is the same. The only thing that we can change is that we compound everything, accumulate everything. That is what we can do. And when you have more money, you can buy back your time. There are a lot of things that some of us are involved in. We may use 1 week and be paid for art. You can do something for an hour and be paid for a year's wage will be paid for. This is what I find. Wow. And this community teaches us to maximize those things so that as we go along, we realize that we are developing the mindset to check what we do at a particular time that will give us more productivity. Because value you give, he said what? It commands. So the more value you give to the world, the more people will be willing to pay you. And this community helps in doing that. If you come, you are a business person, you are a professional, you will find people who are of the same area, and you'll be surprised. Just an idea from someone will help you to become better in whatever you do. And you can actually buy back some of those times that you were spending when you were alone. This is what I have found in this sector.
Thank you. I mean, you remind me, this is an incredible point you made. You remind me of when somebody told me that he's busy. And when I narrated what I am doing, the person said, oh, now I know he's not busy. And one thing is about this project is that it makes you efficient because you know that you have a lot to do. You have your job to do whilst you are also doing the project. It makes you efficient in all angles. I'm able to succeed in all of them. Okay, you're able to do both, all of them at the same time because your brain is changed, your mind is charged, the way you think is different, and so you're able to fast track things in a way that you wouldn't have normally done if you were not doing this. And that is another unique aspect of it. Let me go to Evans. Evans, if somebody were to tell you that I don't have the money to start, I don't have the money to do, okay, would that be a reason for the person not to do?
So absolutely not.
Please use the microphone to your mouth like you did before.
Okay, hello. Yeah, so as I was saying that, so if you don't have the money to do something like this, which commands the value, people don't have the money, but I can assure you that they have money for other things. Well, it's priority, but can I show you that?
Evans, I'm sorry, but your network is not good at all. We can't hear you at all. And I know I'm struggling to get the picture. So, yeah, check it, and then probably if you can come back to that, okay, that will be helpful. So let me go back quickly to Laura. Laura, if the person tells you that I don't have money to start, I don't have that $120, what should the person do?
You see, if you were to be sick or you had a loved one in the hospital dying, you would have found that money to help that person. It is only those who are hungry for knowledge, for success, for good personal development, to give knowledge, who see and know the value of this project. See, it takes knowledge to understand and to know knowledge. I would tell such a person that if you really, really, really want this, which will help to elevate you to another level, to help to transition you to a better level in life, then you would either save towards it or you borrow to join this project. And by the time you start this project, and by the time you begin to have people joining you, that amount of money you have used in registration, you see it to be something very little because the value is great. The value you get in this project is greater than how much you need for registration.
Exactly. That's a very good point. Okay. Another thing is that the person can even get some people who will use the service. Once you get people who will use the service, whatever they get, the company gives you 50% for free. Okay. So by the time you get 3 people, 2 people, you already have your income back. Okay. See, one of the things I tell people is that if you don't have money, then that is even the more reason why you should do this. Because it means that whatever you have been doing all this while up until now is not giving you the money. So why don't you go borrow that money and let's get you money? Because remember, nothing moves until you move. Nothing works until you work. Sometimes we keep complaining and hoping that things will be better. But it's not getting better. It's not being better. It's not getting better. You're not getting younger. Things are getting harder and harder. You think the next government is going to make life better? It won't. So sometimes you got to take the bull by the horn. Do the unthinkable to yourself, and then once you borrow that money, you work at it. I have a guy who is a security guy. He borrowed the money, and within a period of 24 days, he paid back the money and still had $100 to himself. Because he was hungry, he was willing to do that. Now, let me go back to you, Rita. If somebody were to say that I don't know how to convince anybody, I can't convince people, what will you tell the person? What should the person do?
Okay, so in the first place, you are not to convince people, because you are here to let people see the value in what you have. Sometimes the word convincing sounds a bit like you are forcing them to take something that is not good enough. But we are here to give the value to the people. So when you are somebody who doesn't know how to convince, that is why you are supposed to bring your people here for the leaders to do the talking for you. So when you start this project, that is the free gift you get. You don't need to talk plenty. You don't need to explain details to anybody. All you need to do is to bring your people to the leaders. Let the leaders tell them the story. And as these people join you, you will be learning from day to day, day by day. And as time go by, you will know the right words to use to tell people. Because mostly, it is not the Gotbackup you are going to sell to the people. You are going to sell the value in you and why they should be part of you. So once they see the value in you and why they should be part of your agenda, these people will be part of you. And if you have not reached that level, these leaders, amazing leaders, are here for you to have a free leverage. You don't have to pay for it. Everybody is willing and ready. So you don't need to say you cannot convince people. All you need to do is to have that faith, to start by yourself, have that ability to be coachable and learn. Your leaders are there to guide. The leaders who lead you, the leaders who do the talking for you, they will help you in all the things you have to do. If only you will avail yourself for the learning. Every single day we learn. Every single day I learn from all, including my own team members. I learn every single day in this opportunity because learning really never stops. So if you are ready for the learning, you don't need to worry yourself about the stress of what to say and how to convince people. Bring the people to the leaders. Let the leaders help you, talk to them, and learn from the process. Then you will know that it's a matter of the package you have. And the value in the package you have is what people are buying, not the Gotbackup.
Wow, incredible. This is really, really important. Okay. So see, ladies and gentlemen, your job is not to convince anybody. Your job is to bring your people to us. We will talk to them for you. When you have anybody, tell the person that, hey, I have an expert who will tell you about the good news. I have an expert who will tell you about the good news. Bring the person. You bring the person. You bring the person. We will do the talking for you. We will educate the person for you. We will educate the person through this live program. We will do it by sending the recording to the person. We will do this by talking to the person on a conference call for you. Yours is to continue to get us the people, and then we will do the heavy lifting for you. Ladies and gentlemen, life is never going to be a bed of roses. Are you aware of that? Life will continue to hate you. It will continue to hate me. You see, the people who have gotten to the top of life, They all went through what you are going through. The difference between you and them is that they learned a way to navigate around the hardship of life. If you have not matured the way to get around life, you will always complain. The same thing you are losing in life, someone is winning in. Are you all right? Whatever you think is hard, somebody is finding it easy. What is the difference? Knowledge. What is the difference? The person is taking advantage of his advantages. What is the difference? The person is learning. Learning leads to earning. Anytime you are having financial challenges, anytime you are having relationship challenges, anytime you are having trouble in anything, remember you lack the requisite knowledge. You don't have learning. If you have learning, you will always be earning. So anytime I realize that I need money, I don't think about money again. Then I change my mind. I tell myself I need learning. Because why will you need money when money itself is a slave to knowledge? That's why Hosea 4:6 says, lack of knowledge, my people perish. So you are perishing in your pocket. You are perishing in your relationship, in your health, because you lack the knowledge. And so you see that the people who are always winning, they are always winning in everything. Have you seen the statement that said that whatever they touch tends to gold? It's not because they have high educational. Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropout. No first degree, and yet his income is more than Nigeria's GDP. Sometimes you have to humble yourself to be able to be blessed by God. And God uses these opportunities, this community we have, to help you to navigate around problems in life. Be part of this project. Do it, come hell or high water. Do whatever it takes. Don't wait for 2025. See, if you are not succeeding, if you are not doing well in 2024, forget about 2025. Because time is in continuum. Time is continuous. If you don't take away the same problem you are having this year, you will transfer that witchcraft to next year. So you need someone to exorcise the demonic things outside so that you will clean this moment. You will take advantage of this moment, and the next moment will be better. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your turn. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being on the call. It's been a pleasure having everybody. Lady Lillian, Regina, Kelvin, Gilbert, Loic, okay? Everybody who has been on this call, all of you, thank you so much indeed for coming on this. Now, speak to the person who invited you. Tell that person that, look, I've listened to everything. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just give it a try. And I pray that by end of next year, God would have shown his huge hands on what I'm doing. Take that deliberate, conscious decision and make it work. If you do it and you stick to it, you will make a statement, okay, later on. Thank you very much, panelists. Mrs. Enyonam Epiphania. There's a reason why your forehead is shining all the time. Thank you very much for being on the call. Evans, thank you so much for making an attempt. Okay, at least the good thing is that today is the first time your network has really shown us some great scratcher powers, and we appreciate that. Thank you, Rita, for being here and actually showing. Rita, you can talk. Oh, thank you very much indeed for being on the call. Laura, thank you indeed for showcasing. You are a learned being. You have come out of your shell these days, and I'm so highly impressed to be working with you. Dr. Joana Agyeman-Yeboah, you will never hide again. I'm telling you, because what is in you is bigger than what is outside of you. So thank you very much indeed, all of you, for being on the call. To the rest of you who have been on the call, Fulleran, Lower, Kelvin, every single one, Roland, Lady Lillian, thank you so much for being on the call. We'll meet again next week, Sunday. Until then, during the week, you will have trainings, you will have, intentions. We'll have a lot of programs during the week. We also have our November 1 huge event coming on at the University of Ghana. You will hear about this pretty soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy your Monday. And thank God it's Monday.